Hey guys! So I have a new setup. I moved all the furniture in my room around, which I haven't done since high school, like 7-8 years ago. I like changing things up, but my room is very small, so there's only a few different combinations that work, especially nowadays because I have way too many books and bookshelves. I also have a reclining armchair, which my room is not really big enough for, but oh well. It's cute and cozy. So yeah, today I want to make a video. I'm sick of kind of doing update videos. They're all the same. And I kind of try to update on Instagram. So follow my Instagram. It'll be in the description. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about an opinion, or opinions I have about diagnoses. Sorry. First thing I want to talk about, I probably will make a separate video of, as far as eating disorder diagnosis goes, I feel like a lot of the thoughts and feelings behind eating disorders are exactly the same. Or not exactly the same, but very similar. And how that those thoughts and feelings express themselves in behaviors just depends on the person. And I feel like just an overall eating disorder diagnosis is fine. I mean, I've personally been diagnosed with different eating disorders at different times. I always say that I've done pretty much every behavior in the book at least once. And the separate video I want to make is kind of like the competition and comparison in eating disorders. So yeah, I feel like just if you have an eating disorder, you have an eating disorder. I don't think that specific diagnoses are really that helpful. But my opinion on other mental health diagnoses, like, well, anything else, personality disorders, mood disorders, anxiety disorders, OCD, all of those things are, in my opinion, very helpful. You do have to make the kind of distinction between, is this diagnosis helping me in treatment and recovery, or am I using it as a label or an excuse? And I've definitely been challenged by therapists to, think of myself as not the diagnosis. Like, I have, for example, borderline personality disorder. I am not borderline, just like I'm not bipolar. I have bipolar depression, or bipolar type 2. And for me personally, I'm not going to go through all my diagnoses. I think I'll probably make separate videos focusing on each of them to try to be helpful to other people. But for me, I've really been diagnosed with a couple different things over the last, I'd say, 2 years. And it's actually been really helpful for me. Because before that, I kind of had an idea, but I just felt out of control. Like, I was doing all these behaviors and feeling all of these things, and I didn't have a name for it, and I didn't understand why I was having the urges and thoughts that I was having. But since I've been diagnosed, like I said, I have borderline personality disorder. Now I can see where my thoughts are black and white, or where I split, or where my interpersonal effectiveness isn't very good. Also, with borderline especially, really focusing on DBT with my therapist is going to be the most helpful, and it's helpful to be diagnosed with that because you know the treatment then. Same thing with bipolar. I recently was diagnosed with it, switched a bunch of medications around. I'm on a totally new medication regime, but you kind of have to know that. You have to know that you have to be diagnosed with bipolar instead of depression, to get the right kind of medication. So I'm hopeful that that will also help. It's very new right now. And things like, I've also diagnosed with ADHD, and knowing how that affects my attention and impulsivity and all of that is also helpful. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I personally believe that a lot of those mental health diagnoses are good, as far as knowing how to treat your symptoms, symptoms being thoughts and urges and then behaviors. So yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. Maybe I'll make another video quick. I haven't really been able to record much because there's like constantly people home and it's loud, and oh, my family doesn't really know that I have a YouTube, so I can't say, shh, be quiet, I'm filming a video, at the moment. I don't know, someday maybe I'll let them know. But yeah, so that is, all I really wanted to talk about with that. I definitely have some other videos that I will make in the near future, I'm hoping. Okay, talk to you later.